Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, I'm sitting in my truck again today, so I decided I would do a video. I've been doing some thinking, and as you know, this is Danny's Thoughts, and I've been thinking. Well, I started looking at some things and thinking about some things, and I want you guys to help me out. One thing, I need more subscribers. Somehow I lost 20 subscribers over the last few weeks because I haven't put up anything. So I've been watching everybody else and commenting on theirs, and it's time for me to start maintaining what I have. But what I was thinking about was our First Amendment. I got some notes over here, but I need help. Even though our Constitution says none of our rights shall be infringed upon. Okay, think about that. So in the First Amendment, you have 5 rights. We're not going to go into the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth and all that. Just the First Amendment. Let's start out with that. So with the First Amendment, you have, and let's do this in a way to remember. Remember, RAPPS, RAPS. And if you remember that, you can remember the 5 points for the First Amendment. So the first part is religion. And I was thinking about what are all of the things that our government does to restrict our right to religion. Well, during the pandemic, they restricted it for assembly, which is another part, the second part of RAPS. They restricted our right to assemble in our choice of places to assemble. So they tried to make up all these different bureaucratic rules, because it wasn't laws, it was rules. And governors, I don't know, I can't even remember what they called it. But anyway, they were trying to restrict us. So then let's talk about assembly. Go back to religion. I need you guys to help me out. I want you to go back and look at the laws that restrict us in our right to have the freedom of religion. Then I want you to think about assembly. I want you to do the same thing there. One of the things I come up with that they always come up when you assemble is disorderly conduct. Okay? Disorderly conduct. Because you want to assemble with some people, let's say on a street corner. Then you're creating a disturbance, disturbing the peace, or you are creating a disorderly conduct. The next part, freedom to petition. Well, do you have the right to petition? Well, then again, they try to get you for disorderly conduct because you ask questions about the way that you need to petition your government. You know, going into that government building that you and I pay for. Think about that. It's not going into your house or going into your business that you created, but a building that you are forced to pay for by way of taxes. Whether it be City Hall, whether it be the courthouse, whether it be the recorder's office, libraries, there's a long list. You know, health centers, everything that you are forced to pay for by taxes. So they get you for disorderly conduct, trespassing, you know, all these different things because they don't want you to do that. Okay, freedom of press. Okay. That is the only job that is guaranteed to you by the Constitution of the United States. Think about it. The only job guaranteed to you by the Constitution of the United States. Freedom of press. Anyone who creates a story and assimilates that story to the public is press. Anyone. The guy standing on the street corner, the guy sitting at a desk, the guy on your TV is press. And you. Right now I'm press. I'm sitting in a truck, waiting in a line to deliver grain. And I'm press. I'm not just a truck driver. I'm not a, what else did I used to call it? A transport engineer, a logistics engineer. I think that's what I called it. Logistics engineer. Getting stuff from one place to another in a timely manner. Okay, so what do? They come up with trespassing. You start asking questions. Now you're creating a disturbance, which becomes disorderly conduct. And guess what? Usually, when that happens, the police show up, and they are the ones who actually create the disorderly conduct and the disturbance and the disturbing of your peace. Okay? They do it to everybody. Government officials, people who spend the time, that's what their job is, to take care of the public. They do this. They create an issue. If you're looking at First Amendment auditors and you pull up just, let's say, license branches, first thing they do is they try to create a riot by saying that you're not allowed to be in there. Well, that's not quite right. One, you're in there as press. Number two, it's your duty as a taxpayer to monitor your government officials in their line of duty. Whether it be a clerk at a license branch, a clerk at a post office, a mail carrier, a police officer, a jailer, even a judge. I don't know how they're getting by with this ruling. There's a judge's order that you have to pay attention to because they made an order. Aren't you able to do that with a judge? I can understand why. It's because they're trying to protect themselves. They're trying to protect themselves from being proven that they are corrupt. That the process of going into a courtroom is corrupt. Think about this. Judge already has his pre-implications of what's going on. Who does he work with every day? Prosecutors and police officers. Not that one person who is now become the defendant. Being accused of something they didn't do. And how many times have people heard, why would a police officer do this particular thing? Think about that. A judge is asking you, why would this police officer lie about something and bring you into the courtroom? Because it's a game. Okay, now let's go into freedom of speech. So now they've come up with this thing about fighting words. Think about this one. What's always said? Can you say fire in a crowded theater? Well, yes, you can. Yeah. Why can't you? If that was the case, that you could never say fire in a crowded theater, then you would have no way to warn anybody that there's a fire in a crowded theater. Think about it. So as you're saying something, you're trying to get your point across, you have an idea, they put rules on it. Where you can say it, what time you can say it, and who you can say it to. If you don't abide by those rules, they get you for disorderly conduct. If you say it too loud and somebody doesn't want to hear it, now you're disturbing the peace. So what I'm looking at today is having you folks go into your mindset and think about the 5 elements of the First Amendment. Freedom of religion, freedom to assemble, freedom to petition, freedom of press, and freedom of speech. And pull out the laws that they are trying to do to restrict those things. And let's start out there. Have a great day. This is Danny's Thoughts, and I was thinking.